Good day, gentlemen. This is SwashbucklingSir here, and today we're going to critique A Wizard's Lizard, which was formerly called Crypt Run on Kickstarter, and it's a top-down dungeon crawler with permadeath. The mandatory story of A Wizard's Lizard can be summed up as following. You are a wizard's lizard, hence the name of the game, and your master managed to brew a potion to defy death. Now, death himself does not appreciate that, who would have guessed, and takes your master away. After starting at the village, we delve into 3 dungeons, with 2 optional secret areas in between those dungeons, to defeat death and rescue the wizard. The story is basically the classical damsel in distress stuff that drives oh so many games forward. Thus, the story plays a secondary role, which is fine since the game tries to focus on other parts. The aesthetics of the game are gorgeous. The limited colors and the simple shapes are very fitting for the rather humorous story. There are, however, a few gripes I'd like to mention here. First and foremost, the options menu, which is basically lacking in every aspect. There are no resolution or full screen options, the game runs at a weird 960 by 640 natively, and there are no volume sliders, so you can either turn the sound on or off. Additionally, there is no gamma or brightness or contrast option, or anything of the sort. Thus, for a couple of people out there, the game might be unplayable due to their monitor settings and the darkness, which is omnipresent in A Wizard's Lizard. While on the topic of darkness, I'd like to cover the second big gripe I have with this game. While alive, the game heavily restricts and impairs your vision, which I personally think to be a poor design choice. Don't hide your beautiful art behind the all-consuming darkness. As I talked with the developers, they assured me that there are quality of life changes to the options menu noted and in progress, thus allowing you to change gamma or brightness in the future. Moreover, the overall darkness will be tweaked a little. As for the music and sound, the game is very polished. It gives nice feedback and adds to the overall atmosphere. Nonetheless, it's not as iconic as Bastion, Monaco or Super Meat Boy. I'll give you a little snippet. The gameplay of A Wizard's Lizard is the focus of the game. The mixture of old Zelda games and permadeath ideas taken from Rogue and Spelunky works very well and creates an experience which is very similar to The Binding of Isaac. And that's a good thing, since new fresh ideas and mechanics are implemented in A Wizard's Lizard. During your dungeon crawling, you can rescue villagers, which increases your starting gold, thus allowing you to buy items before the actual dungeon run starts. Additionally, you have the possibility of purchasing blueprints during your runs, which adds more items to your village's shop. The second big mechanic in A Wizard's Lizard is that after your death, you enter the Spirit Realm, which allows you to fight your way back to a pentagram and revive yourself. The main difference to the world of the living is the unimpaired view. However, as a ghost, you'll also have to fight the souls of the living enemies. While there is a difference between the 2 worlds, when I first heard about that mechanic, I just expected more than just these marginal differences. Matt, one of the developers, mentioned that there will be content updates to differentiate those 2 worlds further. I am looking forward to how that idea and that rather unique aspect of the game is going to get fleshed out. The core gameplay consists of fighting from room to room to face the boss of the dungeon and grabbing gold, weapons and armor on the way. While this is the main focus of the game, it currently feels lacking in content, as the only major difference in playstyles originates from the different weapons you are using, and as there is an overall shortage of variety, the game soon feels very repetitive. Unlike Binding of Isaac, the items do not stack up to weird and amazing interactions, but they limit themselves to basic statistical upgrades like armor, speed, or attack power. Also, once you know which weapons to look for, the rewards after boss fights become rather meaningless and often feel unrewarding. Overall, the main point of critique is the lacking variety. The few items and weapons are not enough to keep me interested for longer than the roughly 8 hours I played. The game developer Lost Decade Games already announced more upcoming items. Amongst these upcoming items is a dynamic demon sword which grows stronger and varies in abilities the more specific armor you have. Ideas like these sound awesome, and the game definitely needs a whole bunch more of those dynamic variations to it. Currently, the game is still riddled with glitches. The axe collision detection is weird sometimes, the golden axe can be used for infinite gold farming, etc, etc. However, I was assured that they are aware and are working relentlessly in fixing and polishing the game. Most importantly, and maybe also most interestingly, even though I got frustrated by a couple of the current design flaws of A Wizard's Lizard, overall I had fun while playing, and this is maybe the best thing anyone can say about a video game. While in its present state, I'd recommend holding off in paying the asking price of $15, nonetheless, I urge everyone to give this game a vote on Greenlight, as I'm sure that A Wizard's Lizard has the potential of being an amazing game. It just needs a couple of content patches to get there. As always, thanks for watching and not using adblock, you are amazing. If you would like to add anything for further discussion, feel free to comment, and if you'd like to see more open and honest videos like this, subscribe to YouTube's SwashbucklingSir. Have a great day. Goodbye.